It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got Byron Murphy. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Chargers and the Vikings. Next on Madden NFL 24.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
The Chargers just continue to improve and take steps forward under the quiet leadership of Herbert, who's been the most productive quarterback in league history through his first 3 seasons. Over 4,700 yards last year. He's expecting to crack the 5,000-yard mark in this season.
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production, and the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season, his best as a starter. Captain Kirk, he's quietly been one of the league's most productive passers the last few seasons.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Here's 3rd and 6. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And here's Ryan Wright now. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. That'll bring up second down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Give him another one right back to Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert being chased out left. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Meanwhile, Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and long for Cousins.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Herbert, a little short pass. This is Everett. So we reach.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football club.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Addison hauls it in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And now they're in the hurry up.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Austin Eckler.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Cousins.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And they're going to speed things up here.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Powers past him at the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Eckler now between the tackles.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. A give, Eckler running to the right.
He'll take this to the 46.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here's 2nd and 7.
It's Eckler again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.